get to take you home every single weekday from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. And I'm not alone. I am joined by one of the coolest people on radio. It is the adults in the room. Great to see you guys.
Good to see you, Monique.
It's Thursday. We made it.
It's great to see you, Monique.
Thank you, everybody.
Monique, you should play One More Day. You remember that song?
Which song is this?
One More Day by Biggie Smalls.
It's your version that I wasn't getting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most definitely.
All right.
Yeah.
No, I will play it. I'm going to drop it. And I've also got another song here that also won the Record Rumble. This song won the Record Rumble.
Which song?
This one, Big Papa.
Oh, right.
It is a sample of the Isley Brothers, Between the Sheets. Wow, wow, wow.
Right.
Yeah, so that's a pretty cool game. We get to do it right here on the Spice Drive. But it's music, fun, and great conversation. And today's conversation was fire.
I was listening to your show on my way here.
Nice.
Somebody slept on the couch because of why?
Well, I don't want to be moral police or judgmental,
Yes.
but drug addiction is a real thing. And the people that are struggling with this are people that are leading very normal lives.
True.
If you, sat with everybody and said, open your heart, be as sincere as possible. What exactly are you battling with? Behind closed doors, people are dealing with so much.
Yeah.
This guy, great career, doctor, 6-figure salary, was living a great life, but he's been battling addiction for so long, drug
shame.
addiction. And now the repercussions are, your girlfriend's left with your child. Nobody wants to talk to you. You're an outcast. Your family doesn't even pick up your call anymore.
Yeah.
And just this week, we were talking about toxic relationships. And, looking within and saying, okay, I'm the toxic person. I think that's something to acknowledge. And one of the callers said, the fact that he's opening up to deposit and say, listen, I'm dealing with something, that should be applauded before we talk about rehabilitation and this is what you should do. I really, 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 really hate that about feedback. Whenever you trying to look for help and someone just comes and says, you need to do this. And the church has taken that position lately.
Yeah.
So people stay away from it.
That's true.
You find people DMing and talking to total strangers. I think we need to be a bit more warm and a bit more human.
And accommodating.
Absolutely. It broke my heart, And as men, I don't know, is it hard to talk about stuff, especially, personal stuff, emotional stuff? Is it hard to talk to people?
I think I'll speak for myself. I think you need that friend who you're close enough to call and tell him the things which are the true things which you're going through. Fortunately, I have a friend like that who I can call. But if you don't have that, I think that's the problem.
It's hard.
And then also, if you've been living like you're okay and you're not, so by the time even you share with someone like, I thought you're okay, but what do you mean?
Did you see J Mo nowadays?
Yes.
Yeah.
So yes, I think you need that person who you can call and just share your truth, without fear of being judged. Yeah, Amma, what do you think, Eric?
No, you're totally right. We don't often have those people because men are generally very unfeeling, right? So that if you became very, open and transparent, they don't know what to do with such feelings.
Yeah.
So they cower. So one of the things I try to say on this show is if somebody opens up to you as a fellow man, then it's incumbent to you to listen.
Yeah.
Just, pay attention and listen. And if you can't help them with advice, then you can, direct them to somebody who would. But don't shut them out or maybe call them a CC. Yeah. So, 'cause there's a lot of that is lacking. Women are very together while men are quite drab.
Yeah.
Our conversations are very superficial. So they don't run too deep. So we need to unlearn a lot of that.
I think with men, it's a little challenging. You can't sneak in a
Yes.
pedicure date
Yes.
and say, let's go get our nails done.
Yeah.
Let's
So
have a
while you're at
coffee.
it and
Yes.
she's getting, her eyebrows tweezed, I'm like, listen, I've got a problem.
Yeah,
And you can go to second base real quick. But with men, it's really hard, and then you
It
don't know
is.
how to come back from that. And I think that's very judgmental. The next thing you know, you are a public prayer item, and everyone is discussing you and stuff like that. And people feel uncomfortable with that.
In fact, the saddest thing is sharing your truth, and then someone now goes and ignores you, number one, and then he
Yes.
goes and discusses you
Or
with
you
the
hear it
other
from
guys
someone else.
in the crew. They're like, hey, did you hear about Eric?
I
That
know.
guy is now me.
Yes.
That's
And I think that's the biggest fear.
Yes.
And it's great to have a platform like this. Nowadays radio is more than just radio. You find yourself, getting, caught up in some feelings. I also got another DM today. Actually, it was today's trend mill. It was today's conversation. It was all about women and submission. For a relationship to work, must a woman submit? Duchess. First of all, with a name like Duchess, it's going to be hard.
Depends on what you mean by submitting.
Well, submission, I've got a biblical view. I've got a logical view here.
Yes.
And we've got the African classic tale of, I don't even care what happened in your family, but a woman needs to step down. Well, my understanding of it is to step down a notch to allow a man to take his role. This is African, this is biblical. Let him take his role and his position in the family, in the relationship, as the leader, as the head.
Yes.
When men do not have that position, everything from that point on goes haywire.
That's true.
Because apparently today, women want to be men. And that is one of the tweets that I got. These are not my words. Fantasia was on the Breakfast Club and she said, some of y'all, you're trying to get a man, but you're trying to be a man. You're a man. And everyone was like, that is so un-American. That is so... and they say, she's from the South. To them, you have to step back. Not because you're uneducated, not because you are smaller. It doesn't take away from you. And a secure woman can step back a little bit, fall back, allow him to lead. Apparently, a relationship cannot work if a woman does not step back.
But I think that's before Barbara, you say the woman passed.
I guess it's just like, I'll teach
me. Yeah, but I think that verse is one of the, because it's a biblical, principle.
Yes.
And it's one of the most famous ones, especially among men.
Yes.
But they forget to quote the one before, which says that men should also love their wives. Right? So it's not that she'll just submit to you out of nowhere, out of the blue. It's a two-way street. You do this, then I do this.
Yes.
So I think it's like a Lego. You combine the two.
Yes.
Barbara, what do you think?
I do agree. Yes, I do agree with what you're saying. I was about to give the same verse, and I also agree in part with what you are saying. Is let the man lead. However, the reason why women are leading right now is because our men, some of them, are not doing it. So I have to step up when you can step up.
Which brings me to my final point: earned submission. It has to be earned submission. Where there is love, there's submission.
Respect and loyalty is earned. It's a two-way street,
Fantastic.
According to me.
And you get the final words. I like those guys. They're fantastic. I'm going to be leaving you in the able hands of the adults in the room. I can't wait to hear what you all have. If I call in, please just pick up my call, eh?
Of course, darling. We would definitely pick up your call.
All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'll be here yet again tomorrow for yet another fantastic show. It's Friday. Can't wait.